Hi, welcome back to Buzz on Business. Today with me, I have Stephen Saleh with Ataraxis. Stephen, how you doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So why don't you start us off? Just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do with your business.
Yeah. As you said, I'm Stephen Saleh. I'm the founder and the chairman of Ataraxis, and I've been in either the HR industry or the insurance industry most of my career. A lot of it on the sales side and the customer service, and then building out the businesses.
Okay, very good. More specifically with your business, I mean, what kind of services are you offering to individuals, or is it more business to business oriented?
It's business to business. It's how I work with our clients, and so we'll work with the business to provide all the HR and the payroll and the benefits, everything to take care of their employees. And then we do a lot of service work with the employees as well, which is one of the things that differentiates us from a lot of companies like ours, is we really focus on making sure the employees are taken care of.
Right. So in other words, you're taking some stuff off the employer's back so they can focus on what they do best, right?
Absolutely. It gets harder and harder to run a business all the time, and it takes more time to do that. And so, if the employees need to be taken care of, we want to make sure that they are doing that so that the owner can definitely spend time growing their business and doing what they want to do.
Right, exactly. Because I'm sure they can get caught in the weeds with a lot of that stuff, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can get yourself in trouble.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you've seen it, right?
Absolutely. And right now, with everything that's going on, government's trying to make sure that people are doing the correct thing in their business, so they're kind of cracking down on things and doing that through HR. So we're really making sure that we step up to help our clients be compliant with everything and make sure that they don't have issues.
Yeah, I don't know if you could speak more to that about if there's anything specific that is on the horizon here in 25 with, if you're a business owner, maybe you should watch out for, or a reason to call someone like yourself.
Yeah, businesses have always had a struggle with compliance. It's hard to keep up with rules. They change all the time. And it's not like somebody knocks on your door and says, hey, here's the rule changes, and make sure you're doing it right. It's your obligation as a business owner to make sure you're doing it. And what we do is to make sure that the businesses we work with don't have to worry about those things, because we're watching all those rules and regulations to make sure that they're staying compliant, or at least know what they need to do. So some of the rules are, there's a lot of COVID things that were in place that are going to be backed away from, and the government's trying to claw back a lot of that money. And so they want to make sure that if you had it and you didn't do it right, they might come ask you for that back.
Right.
We want to make sure that those things are well documented for our clients and taken care of, so that we can see them prosper.
Right. So in other words, I don't know what I don't know, so I'm not necessarily doing anything wrong, but if I'm not paying attention or something happens, all of a sudden I'm in trouble, my business is in trouble, or my employees are in trouble. So that's where you would bring the value, is you're on top of these things, and I don't have to be, right? It's hard enough just to run the business.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess what inspired you to get into this line of work? Or
I needed a company like this back about 16 years ago. What I was finding was that I was an employer in the insurance industry, and I had about 70 employees in about 5 different states. And compliance is different in every state. And if you don't know what you're doing, like we talked about, you can get in trouble. And I actually got in trouble by one state because I did it the way one state required it, and this state didn't like that.
And they're all different.
And so I looked at it and said, I don't want to hire somebody who's going to try to figure out how to do all this, because that's going to change. One person can't do it all. They can't know everything. And so I had a friend in the industry, and I was talking to him about it, and was looking for a company who would actually do the work. And my issue is that everybody that I found needed an on-site contact, or needed somebody who that company, the service company, the HR company, would need to be able to work with to tell them what to do. I always thought a company should be able to do it for the client. And when I couldn't find one, I started it. And so that's why I started Ataraxis, is that I needed a company that would actually do all the HR work and the payroll work and those things, and take care of my employees. That was a big thing for me. I didn't want to have to answer the questions the employees have, because when the employee has an issue, it's the issue for the employee. Mm-hmm. It might not be the issue for the owner. In fact, most likely the owners and managers have hundreds of issues they're dealing with that to them are more important than this employee's issue.
Yeah.
But the employee can't be discounted. You want to make sure they're taken care of. And so we've built our company to make sure that the employees are taken care of. So we provide great service to the employee when they call in. They get a person to talk to, They can ask questions about what they need. We supply lots of great benefits that a business is probably not going to do for themselves because it's a lot of work to provide benefits beyond medical. And so we've got dental and vision and life, and we supply all our clients with a 401k. We just make sure that they have one. I think it's very important for people to invest for retirement, as you know.
Yes, I do.
And so we want to make sure that all the employees are taken care of, and we can give them perks that they wouldn't get anywhere else. And if we can give those things to the employees of our clients, the clients are happier because their employees are happier. And that makes everybody happy and makes for long-term relationships that work.
You paint a really, really great vision, honestly. I mean, I can tell that you care just from talking to you, and it's, you found a pain point because you went through it, and sometimes that's how the best businesses are formed. You just joined the Northern Medina County Chamber. Have you gotten involved with anything yet, or what's your experience been with that?
The few things that I've done, a couple of things directly, and it's a great organization that's really very community minded. I mean, I don't see a lot of chambers. We have clients all over the country, and we get involved where we can in areas, and you don't see a lot of chambers that are this focused on their membership to provide a television show to give them information. It's great. So it's a great organization, and we're really proud to be members.
Thank you for joining us on Buzz on Business, and we'll be right back.